Welcome, friends. Real last minute march here. Threw this together a couple hours ago, and yeah, here we go. Last minute, everyone. Thank you for joining. And nuts, crazy. Got some fun things in store.
All right.
So we've got a couple level oneers, couple level twos. We'll go through and do more introductions here right before the first break. We may not go the fairly late. This may be a fairly quick one just because of the nature of what went down. But alas, here we go. So, as you may have heard, something was going on with the caravan. They're parked outside of Luskin. It's been a couple of days. People are coughing. People are getting sick. Wyland has been in and out trying to make who knows what going on, but he's been going in and out of Luskin, and he's coming back and he's looking frustrated, and he's going in and he's coming back and he's looking frustrated. And the caravanners are starting to get a little antsy. They are between the sick people and the boredom, they're finding things that are not exactly great things to do. There's excessive gambling going on, excessive drinking. People think that maybe the alcohol is going to be killing off some of the germs. It's starting to get a little restless, and Hogrina approaches you, Cole, and she says, "Do you want something to do?
More than anything at this point.
You getting bored? I got something for you. Now, I'll just say this. I need you to find another person to run a distraction mission. How does that sound?"
Distracting what?
Some guards. From afar, but some guards. You don't have to go into Luskin. You're just going to have to buzz the gate, so to speak. But I've got something going on, and I need a distraction. Are you up to it?
I think I can manage something.
Okay. So I'm going to entrust you to go out and find one person to assist. I've seen what you can do, and I trust you. Don't let me down.
That's a horrible choice on your part, but I'll be glad to help.
I will say, if you are caught, you will not be brought back. There will be no speaking of this. You will be disavowed. Are you okay with that?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Fair enough. And she just kind of turns and walks away. It's a pretty quick step. She's in a hurry. And yeah, so she turns, she goes down, and she goes up to you, Mirdavar. She finds you, and she says, "Mirdavar."
Well, hello, my lady.
I wouldn't call myself a lady.
Don't you look especially radiant this evening?
Well, I guess my teeth are glowing in the moon.
Indeed they are.
Are you growing bored? Do you need something to do?
I do indeed, actually. I'm glad you came. What can I help you with?
I need you to find someone to help with a distraction mission.
Okay.
They need
What are
to
we
be
distracting?
probably the city guard. You will not be going in. Something else is happening, and that something else needs a distraction.
Very well.
So what I need from you is potentially a magic user. Can you scrounge one up, you think? There's plenty in here. There's 96 more of you.
I'm sure I can find someone, yes.
Okay. So she turns, all business, turns, walks away, and just goes out. So Cole, let's start with you. You're going to be looking for a cleric.
Gee, wherever will I find one of those?
I have no idea.
I guess since the only cleric I know is not around at the moment. I would just sort of go into a large group of people and be like, "Hey, who here is good at healing shit?"
Oh, there's ton, like you kind of walk up and down some of the wagons, and people are kind of camped out around them, and yeah, you end up stumbling across the first one. There's an elf, and she's sitting there, and yeah, she looks like she's pretty bored.
Hey, you. And I point at your character's name's Lavender, right?
Why, yes.
Are you a cleric by chance?
Well, you see my patch of Mistra, of course.
I honestly have no idea what that means, but I'm gonna need your help.
Are you hurt? Are you injured?
I might be in a couple minutes, but we're gonna need to do some distracting. And, I need a cleric.
I understand. I will help you.
Alright, now, the question is, how are we gonna distract these guards?
I will use minor illusion and I will create something tempting looking in the corner away from us. I don't know where the guards are standing.
I imagine they're stationed not far from the front gate, and that's what we need to distract from.
I will take care of it.
Alright, good deal.
Okay. So Mirdavar,
Yeah.
you're up.
Very well. So I'm going to make my way through the caravan, looking around, smoking my long wooden hand-carved pipe, little pipe weed, enjoying the evening, just looking for anyone that looks like they may be a bit of a caster, you know, a robed individual, that sort of thing.
So you're walking down and around, and you see quite a few groups of people have kind of sectioned themselves into their wagons. And as you walk down the line outside the wagons, people have set little fires and done things. And you see quite a few people gathered around trying to stay warm, and a lot of them are coughing.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from the coughing for sure.
Yeah. And you make your way down the line, and you're, 109, 110, 111.
I'm going to make a perception check, or maybe investigation. I'm not sure which, but
Okay.
just trying to very close eye on, looking for anyone who might be studying a book, preparing spells, tinkering with something non-weaponly.
You don't need to roll for it. So yeah, you okay. As you make your way past wagon 113, you see a very, very large dragonborn. And he's got a book open, but he's writing furiously. He is going to town on this thing.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna stealth up beside him, see if I can't get right beside him and read what it is he's working on.
Okay.
Because my memory, it occurs to me that I was introduced at one point to a dragonborn sorcerer from, I think it was wagon 113.
Yeah, you think you're pretty sneaky.
Okay, so I'm just getting right up beside him, forgetting, of course, that I have my pipe. Little wafting of smoke. Looking over, see what he's looking at.
And in the journal, you just see a lot of like notes, and it actually starts out by saying note : don't run into the fight. Stay back. You're a caster. Note, be tougher. Note, write that down. And just like a series of things in his book. And then finally, he turns a page and there's just like more notes to himself. It's like reminders to do things.
Good evening. Jordan, I believe.
Hi. How's it going? You scared me. I'm sorry.
It's Captain Obvious. I'm not sure which, but pleased to meet you. Mirvadar Valerian. I offer my...
Very nice to meet you as well. My what was it?
Mirvadar.
Mirvadar. Okay. Well, very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming to say hi. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Very well. I'm in need of some assistance. Is there anyone around us? I'm just going to look and see. Are we
No, he's basically there by himself. The rest of his wagon mates don't seem to be around.
So I'm going to lean in, like, very carefully, like I'm trying to be a little secretive. Yes, I'm looking for some help with a little errand I've been sent on, and I think you might be just the chap to. I need to.
Aaron, okay, yeah. I'd love to help.
Ah, very well. Nice. Very good. I need to cause a distraction of sorts with the city guard. I'm not even sure why exactly, but I was suggested to find a spellcaster who might be able to help me with that. Thought maybe you might be just that chap.
Yeah, that'd be. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can do that.
Great. I'll put my arm around this. And you're Dragonborn, right? So you're probably I'm an elf, but you're probably a bit bigger than me. But I'm gonna kind of put my arm. Let's go see what sort of mischief we can cause there.
Okay, and you see Torden kind of look back towards the wagon. Well, I guess none of my other wagon mates are here, so yeah, this is better than just sitting around. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Exactly my point. Yes, let's go then. Very well. We'll amble off in the direction of, the city guard, I guess, main entrance there.
Okay. So you start to make your way back up the wagons again. It's just a line of people coughing. It's starting to get kind of cold. As you've gone north, you've noticed the nights get colder and colder. People are looking really bored, really unhappy. You see a couple of fights break out between like different wagons, and it's just a bad deal. So as you make your way back up, Hogrina approaches you again, and she says, "Hey, it seems like you found someone to help. Come with me."
Yes, I did. Hogrina, this is my friend Torden, 113, I believe.
That's awesome. Follow me. We're in a hurry. No time to talk. And she turns off you and just boom, walks right up.
Not much for pleasantries. Don't mind her. Nothing personal, I'm sure.
So she leads you back up, and she spots you, Cole, and she just gazes right into your eyes and locks in and makes a beeline for you. And she picks up her pace quite a bit. Not quite a run, but like a light jog. And she gets there and okay, here's the deal. Cole, looks like you found someone else. Is this a healer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So we've got we've got a couple of fighters, a healer, and a magic user. This should be a good mix. Okay.
I will have you know that a healer is also a magic user.
Sure, magic from the gods. Right. Okay.
I just wanted to point that out, that you are a little bit wrong.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. I'll keep that in mind. And she
clarification.
I'll kind of chuckle at Lavender. I like it.
she goes, follow
Gordon
me.
looks around. That was a joke, right? That was a good joke, right? Yeah, okay.
What was a joke?
I will not look at him.
There's nothing.
But I will look at the other moon elf.
Hogrina, she's like in her own world. She just starts walking away. She's like, "Are you coming?" She turns around and like kind of hollers at you all. And once she notices that you all start walking, she kind of walks off, kind of a little bit further off to the west side of the wagon train, far enough away that she can talk to you kind of in private, but close enough that she can still see what's going on. And she kind of lets you all gather around, and she looks at each of you. She says, "Okay, here's the deal. Something is going on. I can't tell you what, but that something needs help, and that help is you. The south side of the gates is where the gates are. We are going to need you to do a distraction around the east corner. The guards are going to be walking. Be mindful of their routes, their timings, what they're carrying, if they look like they have any casters with them. But I need you to make sure that from time to time, they are not paying attention to the south side. Does that make sense?
I think that makes plenty of sense.
Simple enough.
It's not hard.
Someone repeat back to
Distracted
me. Someone
from the
repeat back
crowd.
to me what I just said.
I think
I
I can
just
handle
did.
this. We'll watch the guards to see what they're doing, what their timing is, their routes, what they're carrying, where they're going, how frequently they're coming, and make sure that we are able to somehow distract them at the right time away from the southern entrance so that whatever else is going on that we're not supposed to know can occur.
You
Great.
see you see Torden scribbling in his book again at all the notes that trying to catch up with what she
So, Miradevar, she, as soon as you finish like reciting everything that she just did, she gives you a hard clap on the back. Says, "All right, off you go. You've got about 15 minutes, maybe 20 to get up there. Go now." And she just makes her way back to the cabin. So,
Well,
what you've got is you're probably half a mile from the front of where the first caravan or the first trailer is, first caravan. So, or the first wagon. Sorry, brain fart. So you've got about half a mile to there, and then from there to the southern gate, you've probably got another 400 or 500 yards. So you make your way up to the first wagon, and then you've got interspersed trees. It gets fairly open. It's dark. It's probably like 9 o'clock at night at this point, 8, 9 o'clock at night. The moon is just a sliver in the sky. There's not a big moon right now. And you've got trees probably like a fairly good sized tree every 15 to 20 yards, kind of interspersed all the way up to the southern side. And then as it goes around to the east, they kind of clump up a little bit more. So you've probably got about 200 yards worth of not a whole lot of trees. And then they start to clump the remaining 200 as you kind of breach where the corner of the south side and the east side meet.
perhaps I could sneak up into that copse of trees, and I'll point at that area where it becomes more tree-ish, where there's a good view of the corner. Perhaps I could sneak up there then and watch the guards and perhaps make some notes and things and return to you. I'm fairly proficient at being unseen and unheard.
What time will this need to happen?
I think she said we had about 15 or 20 minutes, so I could go up there for 5 or 10 minutes and sneak back. It won't take long to get up there.
15
We can have
minutes. A big distraction.
Some sort of distraction, yes. I think that's where maybe our casters might come in handy.
We'll be ready. That sounds like a good plan. Good plan.
Tell me what is
Think
up there
Cole.
when you get there and come back. I need to know exactly what is there.
Yes, ma'am. Of course I will. Cole, any thoughts?
Let me know exactly
what
how
I
many
told you.
guards are there. I think I might have an idea.
Very well. I'll see you in a few moments then. And I'll go ahead and attempt to stealth over to that area again where the trees are thicker.
So I'm gonna have you make a series of stealth checks. So first one, yeah, you are the darkness. You make it to that first tree and no one sees you. So you've gotten about 20 yards closer. You can see guards kind of
Okay.
walking back across. They're not really paying a whole lot of attention to what's going on.
Okay.
So go ahead and make another one. Yeah. Phew. You wait for one of them to turn their heads and kind of look in and talk to the other guy, and you dart your way across. Pulling up behind that other tree and looking. You're now about 40 yards closer. Go ahead and make a perception check. you can start to hear them, and they're talking about things that they've got going on up there. They're like, man, it's getting cold up here, mate. I don't really like what's happening. Why are all these people out here? I don't know. I'm bored. And he like walks off, and you just hear kind of chitter chatter back and forth. Go ahead and make another one. Stealth check.
Perception or
Sorry, stealth. Another stealth check.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So as you are going across, you're kind of scanning the wall and not really paying attention to where you're going, and you trip, and you kind of slide. Actually, make a dexterity check. Dexterity save. Yeah. So you trip. You drag a foot and catch yourself and pop back up and run to the tree. And as you do that, you hear a guard quite audibly look down and say, "What's that over there? I hear something. I swear I hear something over there." And he brings the other guards up, and you're kind of peeking around the tree. Make another perception check.
Okay.
Zombie Knight, thank you very much. Divine reroll, y'all.
Oh, dude, nice.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, zombie.
20 perception. Yeah, you hear him clear as day. His buddies come up and they're like, "Oi, there's nothing out there. We haven't heard anything. What are you talking about? You're always coming up with stories about somebody out in the woods." And this guy's like, "No, I swear, right over there." And he points to where you dragged your foot. And he's like, "Something just ran across there. I swear." And the guy goes, "Right. It's just like that group of goblins out in the woods that's been coming in and raiding." "Pff, sure thing, buddy." And they like kind of haze him a little bit and walk back out and do their thing. One more stealth check just to get to the copse of trees. Yeah. Right back in. You are now probably about 50 yards from the wall, from that corner. Mm-hmm. And you can see all of their patterns, who's walking where. You've got with your dark vision, you can make out kind of who's who and what they're carrying. They all have spears. You can't quite see if they have swords, but you're assuming they have either a long sword or a short sword buckled on. And they're bundled up, but they're wearing clothes that may not be totally appropriate for the oncoming winter. They might be a little underdressed, and they're pulled tight, and they're walking, and you see a few braziers, and they're trying to stay warm. And yeah, you've got their count, their cadence, and there's probably every 5 minutes, 2 of them walk up and back, then they switch, 2 of them walk up and back, switch, 2 of them walk up and back. At any given point, there's maybe 10 different people that you see.
Okay. Can I tell if any of them are kind of robed, maybe weaponless, armorless, casters?
Roll another perception check. Given the angle that you're at, and there is a small little wall up at the top, you can't make out the difference between the cloak and a robe. Mm-hmm. You think you might see one, but you're not sure.
All right. So once I get a sense of the cadence and everything, I'm going to stealth my way back to the group.
So go ahead and make one with advantage. Yeah. You knowing how they look, you make your way back.
So I'll return back to the group then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're back. No problem.
All right, let me tell you what I've seen here. It appears that they move in pairs, and they switch about every 5 minutes. At any one point in time between the wall and anyone milling about outside the wall, there may be 10 or so within range, visual range. carrying spears. I can assume there's probably swords at their sides. I saw one individual with a cloak or a robe. It's hard to tell. I didn't notice anyone who might be overtly a caster, but that's what I've seen. So about every 5 minutes they switch and head back the other direction in pairs.
Did any of
That's
them
great.
say anything that you could hear?
I did pick up some idle chatter about the weather, and it seems they're a bit underdressed. I didn't notice any heavy garments. They were bundled up, but they looked a little bit underdressed. They thought maybe they heard me, but of course, when you're one with the darkness and the wind, they were just, it was their imagination, clearly. But nothing, one of them picked on another one about seeing goblins or some such, but nothing really of any material concern.
Maybe we could make them see goblins. Couldn't we? And I look over at Lavender.
Well, we could try. But I'll giggle because I know that I can.
How many illusions can you make?
Well, for about a minute I can make things seem very real, but just small things, really. But a goblin or two, I could definitely do.
Maybe if one of us comes running out of the forest screaming of a goblin attack, followed by a few goblins, that'll get enough attention.
Perhaps I could be the one to run from the forest, or maybe both you and I, Cole. But I'm thinking that in the darkness I may be able to vanish in the confusion.
That might not be a bad idea.
I really don't wish to be captured. Hogrina wasn't too amenable to owning up to any of this, should we be discovered.
Now, I think I do have an idea, though. While I can create an illusion of something approaching them, I could do better creating an illusion that there is a fight going on just beyond them. And then maybe, with some help from this Dragonborn,
That's me.
could create more of the same to make them run farther away from their post than they should, because they wouldn't want to be attacked. But I could make it look like they were being.
So almost as if you were engaging them, that they may feel it necessary to go out and engage the goblins.
Exactly. I could shoot things from a long range, just in front of them, so they would think it was coming from the other side.
I could even position myself and fire arrows, or I have a handy little spell of my own that shoots fiery little bolts. I could perhaps remain hidden and do that.
It would make them think that they were under attack, but not know from where.
Exactly. Perhaps we could give them the sense that they're almost surrounded.
Yes. They wouldn't know where to go then, and it would be very easy to slip past whatever they wanted to slip past from the south.
Agreed.
That might be our best shot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Don't know exactly how I can contribute. I'm not a spellcaster, and my spells are a bit obvious. And I sort of
Maybe.
My hair just sort of catches on fire a little bit.
If you're good at lying, I don't know you, but if you're good at lying, maybe you could go down and create a stir. Say there's someone in the forest attacking, and convince them to run towards.
That I can do.
I can put myself in the direction of the forest then, and be prepared, and perhaps when you see my firebolt, you will know it is time to begin the distraction.
Right. Just let me know when I need to go running up.
And I can cast anything that we would need to help out.
Anything.
Excellent. So perhaps Torden and Lavender, is it? Yes. Perhaps you two should stay
Like
together.
a flower.
Very nice, I see. Yes, very nice. and then perhaps Cole and I can then work together. We'll go off in the direction of the forest, and then we'll send Cole running from my position. And when I see Cole engage, I will throw a firebolt in the general vicinity to make it look like they're being attacked, and that'll be your cue to start your illusion.
Yes.
All right. Very nice. This shall be fun.
Okay.
We need to get closer first, though, of course, so let's try to sneak past.
Very well.
Okay, so I will, because Mirdavar has already, one, made the trek, and two, has got all the timings, I'm going to give all of you advantage on stealth on all of these steps along the way. So let's go ahead and, yeah, everybody roll stealth checks with advantage. Yeah. So step one, you all quietly, carefully sneak up to the first tree. Nothing. You see the guards continue to walk their posts. Nothing out of the ordinary. Go ahead and make your second one. Yeah. So on the second move over, Wiley, you would, or Mirdavar, you would actually be in the lead, leading them up, and right as you start out from the first tree, you think you see a guard turning, and you stop, and Cole behind you runs into the back of you and bumps you forward for a second. And you like quickly throw yourself back and stop. Make a perception check.
Oops. Just take the 6.
Yeah, that's fine.
First one.
So you aren't sure. You aren't sure if anybody has seen you. So the rest of you go ahead and make perception checks. So you're like stacked up behind this tree.
Yeah, I've kind of got my hand up.
Critically perceptive, just gonna
Yeah.
say.
So Lavender.
No idea what's going on.
So Lavender, you as Cole bumps into the back of Mirdavar, and Mirdavar throws them back behind the tree. You take your time to look around to the left, and you happen to notice that a guard like turned his head for a second, and just like shook his head and kept going out. So, at this point, you are able to go. They've peered, so you're able to make it up to the next one at this point. So you got 2 more hops to go. So let's get stealth with advantage. No, advantage is good. Advantage is good. So.
Well, I ruined it.
Mine are separated. 7 and a 23.
So your first one, Lavender, was a dirty 20. So
A
you're
perception
okay.
check.
Oh, that was perception. I gotcha.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah. Okie
You
doke.
were super wrong about that first one.
Yeah, I was super wrong. Should have just let me go with it.
I'm a very honest player, and I hate myself.
So you are actually going last in the marching order, and I'm assuming what is the marching order? Mirdavar, you're first.
Torden's behind Cole.
Sure, Lavender's at the end.
Okay, makes sense. So the 3 of you make it to the next tree after that hop, and Lavender, you happen to like turn your head up to make sure that you're not being seen. You're not quite sure if you're being quiet or stealthy enough, and as you do, you trip, but you catch yourself, and you stumble into the back of Torden. Torden, make a dex save.
Uh-oh.
Did good.
You're big. It's okay. So Lavender comes tripping in and like steps on your tail, and you like start to scream, but then you like put your hand over your mouth, and she falls down, but you catch her with your tail. Even though she stepped on it, you end up like holding her up a little bit. So no sound. It's quiet. You're lucky. One more hop, y'all. One more stealth check.
Shit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
no.
God, y'all.
We're doing so well.
So, Mirdavar, you head out and you start making it. You're like, okay, last one, we got this. Got to get to that corner. And you start going, and you end up making it. You're okay. Behind you, Cole is so focused on not tripping over anything that she trips on something. And make a dex save.
Oh no.
Into the dirt. And it's not just dirt. There's like some rocks in it. So as you slide and your knee goes down into it, it like just grates. The rocks grate right over your knee, and it hurts. And you don't yell out. Your training has prevented you from doing that. But from the corner of that tower, looking down, it starts to, you see one head kind of pop up and look over, and then another one pop over, and they're looking hard.
How far away are they?
At this point, they are probably about 60 to 70 yards away.
Oh, okay. Say that in feet, please.
180 feet.
Okay.
180 to 210 feet.
If I can see that far, though, I think that like right in front of me, like near where she would be standing on the ground, so like 30 feet away from where I am, but still pretty far from where she is, so I could make it in range. I would try to do a minor illusion that looks like a bird had fallen out of the tree.
Okay. Go ahead. Not a problem.
I do it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a cantrip. I
Yeah,
don't have to do anything.
No, you don't. It's fine. So yeah, you do it. What kind of bird?
A bird indigenous to the area.
Okay. So yeah, as you do that, you cast and you cast and you see this owl appear, and you set it in flight, and it kind of coasts around, lands on the ground, and then picks back up and goes away. So you basically made it look like it was picking up a mouse or something in the field. And you see the guards kind of look down and shrug and go back to what they were doing.
I think doing that, I would try to like make really intense eye contact with Cole. Like, be careful.
I'm trying.
So all of you have gotten there. You're at the corner. That was enough of a distraction to get the rest of the group in. And you go and you kind of sit back in the tree line a little bit, and you look up and you see the guards, and they're making their rounds again. Everyone roll perception. Okay. So Mirdavar, you're the only one that kind of catches this. But as you've moved up, you're kind of almost parallel with the south face of the wall, so that you if you look down, you can just see down like the south face. About 20 yards from you, next to a tree, you hear and also see a good size rock come out and just boom hit the ground. And you see all the guards look out and like focus in on it. They're like, what was that? What is that? and you're trying to figure out where the hell this rock came from. I mean, it's probably like the size of a softball. It's a good size rock, and you have no idea what you're seeing. You don't know where it came from. It's there. It just appears, like from the sky, thunk into the ground.
I would use my mage hand to. How far in front of it is it? Just pretty close, right?
It's about 30 yards, like 90 feet away.
My God, you with your yards. What is that?
30 yards. Do you prefer meters? It's like 27 meters.
I just need to know feet for my spells, man.
It's like it's 90 feet.
Okay, well, I'm not close enough.
We need to redo all of your spells for yards. Or just teach you
I
that
mean, like,
1 yard is
metric or not, I don't know.
a yard is about 3 feet. There's like 3 feet a yard. Okay, so it's there. Guards are focused on it, and it's kind of to the left of you. They're not looking directly in your direction. It's kind of off to the side. So yeah, you've got that. So you've got a little bit of time. You can make your way into the woods a little bit more, and you'll have complete cover.
Wonderful, I do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
How many yards do I go into the forest?
I don't know how many yards do you want to go into the forest?
So many yards.
How many? 3, 5, 10?
Yeah. 6 yards.
Okay. So you go 18 feet into the woods.
Yes, excellent.
So yeah, you guys make your way into the woods. You notice the guards are still focused on it. Mirdavar, you end up taking the rear on this, and you happen to catch conversation again, and it's the same guards ribbing this guy, and this guy's like, I swear something landed right over there. I saw it. It was something flew down and landed, and there it is. And they're like, haha, yeah, right, it's probably a goblin head, isn't it? Haha, jeez, freaking noob. And they walk off.
Love it.
This guy, like, he's so convinced that there's something out there, and they just go back. They're like, walk your post, man. Come on. There's nothing out there. This is Luskin. There's a caravan out there. Was it a caravan? Was it a wagon? I don't think so. So you've got pretty darn good cover at this point. You can move almost freely in the woods, and you don't have to worry about being seen. You'd have to make a pretty big ruckus to attract attention at this point.
Okay.
And how long has it been, or how many minutes until we're supposed to make the distraction?
How many
So-
yards until we make the distraction?
So
Tell me in milliseconds.
right, so you've got like 127,000 milliseconds.
Perfect.
So yeah, you've probably at this point it really hasn't taken you that long to get up there. It's maybe taken you like 7-8 minutes. So you've probably got another 7 or 8 minutes before you have to do something. So you have some time to plan or organize here in the woods if you want to.
Okay, can you tell me in feet
Mhm.
where we are and where they are, and
Sure.
like how far away, like
So
away from? Yeah,
yeah.
go on.
So at this point, you've moved up past where you can't see the south wall. Like you were at that breakover point where you could look down it, but now you've moved up into the woods past it. So you are clearly in sight of the east wall. And it's at this point in feet, you've kind of gone back into the woods, so you've moved away from the wall. You're probably a good 180, 200 feet from the wall, from the face of the wall.
Okay, so far from the guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
excellent.
and you can move closer if you wanted to move closer. You could probably move to about 120 feet. 120 feet away would be roughly where the tree line is. Like you've dropped back, but you'd risk a little bit of exposure at that point.
I would have to move that close to do what I'm gonna do. So I would risk that
Same.
exposure.
Same. My firebolt's got 120-foot range, so
Same Z's.
want to be able to at least
Firebolt.
get it
Yeah,
in there.
I would have to also get closer to do anything.
Okay. So you've got seven minutes. I'll let you guys go ahead and plan out what you want to do.
Since we have so long, I would try to slowly make my way up there and also like try to find the best spot to stay hidden, I guess. And I have so long for this setup. Get into the optimal position to also be able to cast spells, but also remain hidden. I think 7 minutes is like a pretty good amount of time to figure that out.
Yes. You guys could have. I mean,
I'll
you
be
have.
doing the same.
Yeah, you've got all the time you need to get stuff sorted out. It's not a problem for you. So yeah, you guys go ahead. You prepare what you want to do. For the non-casters, Cole, what's your plan?
My plan is to, when they give me some sort of signal, I'm going to just book it and start running towards the guards screaming for help and saying that goblins are coming.
So Cole, what you should do is go ahead of us and run out of the forest towards them, asking for help, and we'll remain behind and cast spells ahead of them.
Right. Can do.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's begin.
Oh, good.
So
This
I go booking it out of the woods, just screaming, "Goblins! Help! Guards! Guards!"
And as you come, and you're pretty fast. You're tripping out of the woods. You've made like a fake fall. You're really trying to sell it. And you're coming out and you're screaming, and you look up and you see a guard, and he looks directly at you. And he points, he goes, "On the wall! Runner!" And points down at you. And you keep screaming there, like, "Goblins! They're after me!"
I'm gonna fire an arrow so that it comes out in the vicinity of Cole, like maybe out in front of Cole, but without hitting the guards, just for effect.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll an attack.
You kind of cut out there. What would you like me
Go
to roll?
ahead and roll an attack with that. Yeah. So you're able to, you kind of judge where it's going to go and drop it down, and it lands, maybe 10 feet in front of her. And she just keeps going. And the guards have now kind of amassed on the wall, and you see a couple have pulled up, and they've got, 2 of them have crossbows, 2 of them have longbows, and the rest are just kind of fanning out. There's about 10 of them. And Cole, as you're running up, you're getting closer and closer. You're 40. You started out at about 40 yards, and then you're 30 yards and 20 yards, and you're coming up close to like the bottom of the wall, and you're starting to look up, and you hear the one guard, "See, I told you they were goblins out there. They're attacking. Go raise the guard. Go ring the bell. We need reinforcements." And his guys are like, I don't see anything. There's I think I saw one arrow, but I haven't seen a goblin yet. Who are you, and what do you want? What are you doing? I don't see anything chasing you.
They're not far behind, but I swear, goblins. A few, maybe more, coming from the woods. I was out just minding my own business. I'm from the caravan, and goblins, man, they're coming after me. I can't take them all by myself.
What are the rest of you doing?
Once she gets up there, I'm going to go ahead and fire off a firebolt.
And I'll
But
do mine
again-
like right after his too.
Not hitting anybody.
So are you aiming at the wall? What are you aiming at?
Maybe
I'm
short
aiming
of
at it.
her.
I'm aiming at a treetop to make it look sloppy but dangerous.
Okay.
I mean, you
so-
guys could hit me for dramatic effect.
I would never. I'm a cleric.
Okay.
I'm all, as after Lavender casts her spell. I'll be casting frostbite at the top of one of the trees.
Okay. So, do you guys do this all to where they all happen at the same time, or like in a little bit of succession, where one then
I think
the
we
other
should
then
do
the
it in
other?
a sequence.
Yeah, sequence.
Okay. So
You want to roll us for initiative?
no, let's just start. Yeah, it might be easier to track that way. Let me clear this out. Yeah, go ahead, click on your... Oh, you don't have tokens on that screen. Hold on a second. Don't worry about initiative. I've got it down
Okay.
here. So, Mirdavar, you're gonna go first, followed by Lavender, followed
Okay.
by Torden.
Perfect. So I'll fire my firebolt. I just want it to come up well short, sort of an errant shot.
Yeah, no problem. So go ahead and describe what happens with that as you fire it.
Yeah. So out of the darkness, just a big rainbow streak of fire missile, and it lands behind where Cole just came from, and just poof, into the grasses.
Okay. So yeah, it hits and the grasses start to alight. It is getting colder. Winter is coming, and the grass is dried a little bit, and it's starting to. It's not like instant flame. It's like a wall of fire, but it's starting to like smolder and catch a little bit. Lavender.
Lavender will shoot a firebolt near that direction, but aim for a treetop. So the treetop will be hit by it and hopefully not ignite entirely, but definitely look dangerous, like a bolt of fire hit it, like
Sure.
threatening.
So there's like a tree maybe like 40 feet off the wall that would probably be a good target for that. So yeah, you fire out and it goes up. Go ahead and make an attack roll with it.
Firebolt? Sure,
Right,
I'd
yeah.
love to.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's perfect. Like in your mind, what you wanted exactly for it to hit, like it heads out, goes up, hits the top of the tree. Like you're able to catch see where the branches are, where it's not going to set the whole thing on fire. And then it's this nice little, like perfectly errant mist on purpose. Top of the tree's up. And this is happening like boom, boom, rapid fire. Torden.
All right, Torden's gonna choose a tree and cast frostbite. Of course, in the classic Torden form, since it's cold, it won't look very good, but he's gonna do it because he wants to control.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Yeah. Jeez. Look at you guys.
Man, lots of crits.
So yeah, go ahead and describe how you want that to work. What it looks like for you with your perfection.
So Torden pops out and he's trying to be stealthy, but also trying to help the cause, and he casts the frost, and the frost just starts to form at the top of the tree and just crinkles down, and it's becoming colder and colder and nice and glittery frost all on the needles of the tree.
Okay.
And he's super happy. He's like, "Oh, that worked! Oh, I'm contributing! Yes, it worked!
Nicely done, Torden. Very nice.
I can't wait to tell Knobloch and my friends when I get home."
Nicely done.
Lydia, did something happen to your cam? Did you just pop out?
She had to pop
go
out
to the
for a
bathroom.
second.
Oh, okay. All right. So you've got 2 firebolts. You've got an arrow in the ground. You've got Cole running around like, goblins are coming. See, I'm telling you, they're coming. They're coming. Guards have amassed, and you see them like they've sent 2 guys out back, and there's some sort of alarm, but they're still a little distrustful. Something is they're not quite buying goblins because they haven't seen anything yet. So I mean, something is attacking, but and he turns back, and you see him. 2 guys come back, and they've got 6 more guys on either side, and all archers, and they are knocked and ready to go. So you've got about 16 guys on this little corner of this wall.
Perhaps it is time to show them the goblins.
And they're yelling at you, Cole. They're like, come around, head up north. There's the gate. We've sent someone to go open it. You can come in. We're not supposed to let people in from the caravans, but we'll let you in.
No, I'm gonna stay here and fight. They could get past your archers.
There's 16 of us up here. They're not gonna get past us. How many of them are there? Quickly, get up.
Know.
Quickly, make your way north. Go. Why would you not want to go?
All right, I guess I'm gonna run north to the entrance.
So it's probably... I mean, it's the next opening in that wall it's a little ways away. It's probably about 80 yards, 70, 80 yards. So it's a decent clip to get up there. So if you want to start booking it, you can. What do you want to do?
But I'll be like, I'm already out of breath, so to speak. So I'm gonna book it, but slow.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing? You see. You have enough light that you can see the gate start to open. It's starting to open up.
Perhaps it's time to show them some goblins so that they believe our ruse.
Yeah. So seeing that, I would run around as close as I could without being seen, like behind the tree line, to get a goblin out like 30 feet in front of me.
Okay.
Near Cole.
Okay. So Cole's made probably at this point 30. I mean, trying to slow down and make it look, like tired, and slow play it a little bit. You'd have to kind of match Cole's pace, not pace, but match Cole's movement up a little bit to be able to make the distance to do that.
I mean, I don't really even need to do that, but having a goblin appear just anywhere out in the open where they could see is enough. I don't think that they're like paying enough attention to track like where it's coming from.
Sure. No, that's fine.
Or like
You just said you wanted it to pop out in front of her, so I was letting you know that like
No, I'm just anywhere near her where it's feasible.
That's fine. So do you want to have it just appear or like come running out of the woods? What are you going to do?
Like running out of the woods.
Okay. So go...
It's a minor illusion cantrip, so it's not like it can like run and talk or do much, but it can look like a goblin.
Yep. So yeah, out of this little break of trees, you've got a goblin tripping out, and it comes out and it makes its way out and it's running. What's it look like? What's it carrying?
Like the scariest goblin you've ever seen.
It's
carrying like a little dagger.
Okay. So you've got this little goblin, dagger in hand, like trucking out of the woods, chasing after Cole, and everybody make a perception check, except for Cole.
I assume not me too.
Just that's fine. So yeah, both of you guys. Jeez.
Wow.
This might spell problems later for you all. Both of you see up on the wall one guard, like smiling, hands in the air, like, I told you there were goblins in the woods. And he just pulls back and lets loose of an arrow. And you see it trail, and it just happens to miss the goblin. And as soon as he lets that go, you've got a couple other guys going down, and they're let's see here. A couple of them also have spears, and you see him chuck a spear. So I'm just going to use this for one of the arrow attacks, and then ignore the goblin on there that was just on here. So, yeah. The last guy to fire comes out, and it goes right through the goblin. And they all kind of stop, and they look. They're looking at each other, and they're getting a little confused. What? That's an illusion. Hey! And they yell at you, Cole. And that was an illusion of a goblin. You're being chased by nothing.
What?
And then you
You're kidding.
You see the doors start to close again.
You're telling me I've been running from ghosts?
We heard that there was something wrong with you caravanners. We are definitely
don't
not
take this
letting
out
you
on the
in now.
caravan. I don't want to come in. I thought I was being chased by goblins. I'd go out in the middle of the woods for a piss, and all of a sudden this crazy shit starts happening to me. And now you guys are going to start shit-talking my caravan? I don't think so.
We were told not to let any of you in under any circumstance until the
Then
deal
why
had
were you
been
about
worked
to
out.
let me in?
Because you were being attacked by goblins, and we are going to hold you until that stopped. But now, I don't believe you. Hold right where you are, and they all just draw up on you.
Oh, come on. I think I'm about to die from fucking goblins, and now you're gonna shoot me? I don't need this.
So if you want to use intimidate or persuasion, whatever you want to do.
Alright, let's see what I'm better at. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna do persuasion. Shit.
Oh.
Man.
No.
Maybe it was you. Maybe it was you that made the image of the goblin, and these things happened to come out
probably
to try to gain entrance.
I'm a damn monk.
I think-
can't do magic.
I don't know that. Maybe you're pretending to be a monk. Hold where you are. I'm gonna go get the sergeant. I'll be
I'd like to speak to your supervisor.
yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Good.
haircut?
I would like to speak to
With
your
the
manager
haircut?
because this is ridiculous.
So you see two guys peel off, run off, and then the rest of them are trained, and they're all trained on you, and they're spotting down. And there's probably 10 guys between bows, crossbows, and spears, all drawn down on you. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Torden looks over at my end of our. What should we do?
Perhaps more of a distraction. Maybe another firebolt. How far away is Cole from?
At this point, with as far as Cole's run, and stopped and kind of come back a little bit. From you, if you haven't moved, probably 40 yards.
So 120 feet.
120 feet.
Okay.
But if you wanted to move up, like you could parallel up the tree line, and get closer to where Cole is.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that.
Okay.
I'd like to drop another firebolt right near where Cole is
Okay.
without hitting her.
Sure.
I think it would add credence if you hit me, though.
Do you target Cole?
No, I'll be right near her.
Okay. So yeah, this firebolt comes in and like right past Cole's feet. Goes past Cole's leg, hits the ground, ignites the tall grass right there.
I look up at the guards. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally the one doing this. For fuck's sake, man.
Like I don't know what, and you can see like there's struggle with the guy who's in charge. He's just a guard on a wall, and he's obviously he wants to rise to the occasion, but he's not quite sure what to do. Where is Dexter? We need him up here to tell us what to do. We're just
let me run back to my caravan at least, instead of letting me stand here as a sitting duck.
Fine, run. And
I'm booking
they
it.
train down, and they all go look. Do you book it back down, or do you go back to the woods?
I'm running like towards where the caravan is.
Okay, so you're running basically. You're paralleling the wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, you book it, you go, and you're trucking. And anybody, Torden, do you do anything else?
I'm gonna try and follow everyone else's lead, but I mean, if she's running, I'm gonna start trying to make my way back to the caravan too.
I'm gonna hit her with magic missile.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Can I do that?
Sure. Roll an attack.
It hits automatically.
Yeah. So yeah, you let one loose, and Cole's trucking. Bam! Comes right into the back, hits you square in the back, and you feel the fire. What clothing are you wearing? You're not wearing armor, are you?
No, I wear monk's robes.
Yeah. So as you're running, you feel your back get hot, and then just in the center, it starts to get really cold. There's a draft in your back right now,
God
And
damn it! This is my only shirt.
and you're going. You're running hard. Torden, did you say?
Torden's pretty close behind her. He's gonna cast Frostbite to try and put out the fire.
So did you come out of the wood line to follow her?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you hear more shouts from the top of the wall. That's not a goblin. And they're like peering down to see a dragonborn. What is attacking? Go get Dexter now. Get him up here fast. And one of them is going to hurl a javelin at you, Torden.
Oof.
Does a 16 hit?
That hits.
So this javelin comes down and catches you. It just kind of comes right through your arm a little bit and catches you. It doesn't quite hurt too much, but it's enough to draw blood.
Still cast the Frostbite on Cole, trying to help her out.
Okay.
And in his haste to try and help out, he completely misses.
Yeah, you're as this thing hits and you're running, you hold out and you cast, and it hits you, and your arm moves, and poof, it sends it out into the tree line. You see a shrub like encase itself in ice.
Yells out, "I'm sorry, I was trying to help."
So you've got Torden and Cole trucking away. Mirdavar and Lavender, what are you doing?
So helpful, Dragonborn.
I'm staying in the tree line, but I'm going to fire another
Same.
firebolt like above her. And I don't want to hit the wall. I don't want them to think I'm attacking. But once I fire that, I am booking it down the tree line because I don't want to be where the shot came from.
Okay.
I'm doing exactly what he is doing. We are on the same page.
Okay.
Because we're Muno.
Twinsies. All right. So yeah, Mirdavar, no problem. It goes exactly where you want it to go.
Yeah, so just right near the wall,
Okay.
right behind Cole.
Yep. Boom. And it's kind of in between Cole and Torden.
Yeah, I'm hoping to just cause disturbance.
And
Torden,
there's
you need
like
to come back into the trees.
Mirdavar and Lavender, go ahead and make perception checks.
Well, we're causing a distraction. That's for sure.
Oh, gladly.
Jeez.
Man,
Yeah, like you
Crypt City.
after you've done this, like they're running back, you look up and there is like chaos on the walls. They're running back and forth and they're coming down to the south end of the wall. Because as Cole and Torden make their way down, it's gonna be the point where they could curl back around to the south face of the wall. So they're following down, like actively running, watching, like in complete disbelief of what the heck is actually happening.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So you guys are paralleling your way down inside the tree line.
I hope Hogrina was able to do what she needed to do.
Okay. So you've gone down. You're going to hit the point where you're going to get exposed here in a second. So Cole and Torden, you're just trucking it. You don't need to make stealth checks or anything. You're heading back to camp. That's fine. Lavender and Mirdavar, are you guys going to go ahead and expose yourselves or try to stealth back? What are you guys going to do?
I don't wish to expose myself.
I don't either. I wish to stealth back, but saying that, if I'm within 60 feet of one of the people trying to chase us, I would like to try to do something.
Okay, no one's really chasing you. They're following up on the wall. They're like trying to track and see what's going on.
Not chasing me, but if they're like running in the same direction and I'm trying to like throw them off, I would like to try to do something.
Okay. Yeah, you can. As you come out of as the woods come down where the wall is, it starts to taper down. So you're able to get a little bit closer to the wall, and it's at basically the point where the south wall and the east wall meet at that corner. You're probably about 50 feet away. You can get to one tree. You'll have to make a stealth check to get to that tree.
All right, wonderful. I will do that then.
To be close enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna really like. Okay, so here's what I want to do, and you can tell me if a 9 is good.
Sure.
So the guards that are running towards us, I'm just gonna try to do a toll the dead on one of them, which is basically just like, necrotic. So they'll just hear the toll. They won't know where it came from, but it will still lead them to believe that they are under attack and not necessarily look in the direction that I'm coming to know that it's a trick or to know where it's coming from.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I think even with a 9, you're gonna like, they're so focused on Cole and Torden running away, and now this firebolt that's out there that even with that, they're so distracted it's not gonna make a difference. You make it to that tree,
Wonderful.
so
And
you can go ahead and do it.
They are not injured, are they already?
Who?
Then
Any of the guards?
guard.
No, none of the guards have been hurt.
So they would take the one on the left, the 6.
Yep.
But it would just be necrotic damage, so they would just hear a bell in their head, like, what?
Yeah. So the one guy, you focus on the one guy that's been claiming goblins. You're able to catch him, and like you see, like he grabs his head and he's looking around. He's like, "What more do I need to tell you people? Look around at what's happening." And he just he's losing.
Gonna need a psychiatrist,
right? He's like, he's like holding his head and he's shouting at all his buddies, and they're looking at him and they're kind of like, I guess he was right. It was that look of like, I guess we should have listened to you. So yeah, you've made it there. And at this point, you're gonna have to make a series of stealth backs if you want to stealth back or expose and go. It's up to you guys. Cole and Torden have already exposed and gone.
I'm gonna live that stealth life.
Okay, so Mirdavar, what are you gonna do?
I'll follow the elf.
Okay, so each of you, I need to make 4 stealth checks.
I'll go first.
Yep.
1, 2.
Are we at advantage?
3,
Yes, you're at advantage.
4. I mean, like, I did pretty good.
Yeah, because you know the way, you know what's going on.
That's sleight of hand.
That's
God, Wiley, that's amazing.
that's sleight of hand, Wiley.
Oh well, I was juggling ping pong balls as I was running. Now I'll do the stealth.
Yeah,
You know.
you're
Much better.
both of you are fine. You, jeez, God, you guys have rolled nuts
I'm like
tonight.
juggling chainsaws, running through the dark.
Throwing spells out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you guys easily boom, hop, 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 make it back. And back into like another clearing that takes you back to the caravan. All right. So, what happens? What do you guys do once you get back?
Torden's like, that was so much fun, guys. I can't tell you how much fun that was.
I
Cole,
cannot
are you
hide
all
from
right?
him.
My friend.
Which one of you hit me with a magic missile? Which one of you?
Without saying anything, I would be like, healing word.
No, I'm gonna go up to you and I'm just gonna kiss you. That was genius! But you ruined my only shirt.
I buy her a new shirt.
There's no.
This shirt has sentiment.
I have a lot of gold, so I would take her shopping.
So you're gonna go caravan to caravan, like asking people, "Do you have any monk shirts?"
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it takes.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for Hogrina to see if she's made it back
Okay.
or if our ruse was sufficient.
Do you guys all stay together, or do you split back up again?
I stay with Mandivar.
We should split up, though. I think if we stick together, it's dangerous.
No one saw us.
Yeah, but now that we're walking with you,
Well, I'll still take you shopping for that shirt.
We're locked outside of the city. There's nowhere to go shopping.
well, let's go see if we can find Hogrina to find out if whatever we did was sufficient for whatever she needed us to do.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So you search around a little bit, and you're kind of poking your head around, and you find her, and she's sitting outside of a fire, kind of keeping her hands warm, and she's eating, and she sees you approach. Ooh, good distraction. Not exactly what I had in mind. That's gonna cause a couple of problems, I think. Yeah. And she.
Were you able to take care of your business, milady?
I hope so. I don't know. I hope
Very well.
I'm pretty sure that was a good enough distraction. I mean, I could hear all of that from here. I could see it from here. This Wyland. Oh. And you just see like on her face the look of how the hell am I going to explain this?
Torden looks over. I know a guy who saved Waylon's life. It'll be okay. I'll just have him talk.
Ah, good
Look,
thinking.
there's nothing for you to explain. I got drunk, thought I saw a bunch of goblins, and some weird shit happened.
Yeah, I was just
I've
out
never met her
messing
before,
with
so I don't care.
the elf. The elf and I were just out having a little fun with my friend Cole. Maybe got a little carried away.
That
No
might
big
work.
deal, I'm sure.
There has been a lot of drinking around here.
We are rather bored, and it's kind of his fault that we're stuck out here.
All he wants to
One
do
can
is
only expect so much from mercenaries and adventurers.
he's always trying to do the right thing, not the thing that's needed.
Well, in this life, sometimes it's necessary to play the game and work the room, as they say.
The only game I like to play is throw punches.
Yes, yes, indeed.
And she kind of sits back and just grabs a mug and downs it. All right. Well, don't go far. I might need you again here in a little bit.
I'll be around.
I mean, all of you.
I'm-
I'm not
I'm
going
going to
anywhere.
go
I'm up for another adventure. This was a lot of fun.
And she just looks at you and she's like,
I'm gonna go fix my shirt.
go get something to eat, get something to drink, and don't go far. And we're going to take
Very well.
a short break right here. So it's going to be a 5-minute break going forward on marches. So here we go. Thank you. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Our adventurers have caused quite a ruckus. The guards of Luskin are in complete disarray, having been witness to an illusory goblin, couple of arrow attacks, some fire bolts, a monk being temporarily set on fire. Yeah, and some frost appearing. Some shenanigans have gone down.
All this before midnight.
All of this before midnight. And where we left, they had returned to camp. Hogrina had told them she was a little upset, I think, at the degree to which the distraction occurred. However, she is very, very, very preoccupied. You can see things are going on in her head. She has told you not to go far, that she might need you again. So, you're waiting. You're all kind of hanging out. And again, coughing. Lots of coughing. You're kind of walking around. Cole, you're able to find someone that it's not quite a monk shirt. It's more like just like a button down type shirt, but it's enough that they said they'd take a silver piece for it. It's white, plain, cotton, and it has no holes in it. So if you'd like to take that shirt, you're more than welcome to take it.
I'm gonna take it and then use my sewing kit to just cut a patch of it and fix my shirt, because I love that shirt, damn it.
Sure. So yeah, you've got enough time sitting around to do that. So yeah, probably a 7 inch diameter hole in the square of your back in between your shoulder blades. So you definitely have the time to patch that. As you're patching that, you guys are kind of eating and drinking, and Hogrina comes back. She says, okay, we're going to have to make this a little more believable. I've had scouts out. There are reports that there are, in fact, goblins in these woods. I'm going to need you to find some and kill some and bring some back. Or we're in deep, deep shit.
Sounds doable.
And I don't just mean me, and I don't mean just me. I mean all of us. Like, and she grunts and just kind of like, come with me. So where you guys were, huddled up in the caravan again, she takes you now this time to the east of the caravan, heading out into the woods a little bit from there, opposite of where she had you from before. And she says, I don't know exactly where they are. Our scouts said maybe to the northeast a little bit, maybe a mile, 2 miles. I don't know. They're raiding parties. They didn't seem to have a camp. We don't have any word from Luskin. They won't tell us anything if they've heard anything or not. But find something, anything. We need proof. She just kind of like leaves it at that. She's like, I don't care what you do or how you do it, but I need you to get this for me. There will be.
Very well. Perhaps we can endear ourselves to them then with some carcasses and proof of the attack.
And just to make sure that, you do it right, there's going to be 75 gold in it for each of you.
Ah, very nice.
So, go. Northeast, north. There's a couple of rangers you might be able to ask. Head up, I don't know, wagon in the 60s, in the 50s. Somebody up there might have something.
Very well. We'll find you when we return with the dead goblins.
Yeah, very, very good. Do it.
look at the others, shall we?
And she just kind of goes back and like in her own head walks off and goes back into the camp.
What do you think? Should we find these rangers, or should we strike off and just go find these goblins ourselves?
Well, information is
I
never a
don't-
bad thing, but if we can maybe, I mean, if it's gonna be faster to just run out there then and see what we can find, maybe that's the way.
I don't think we need the guidance of rangers to find goblins.
I don't know how many of you are good at tracking.
Do you need to be good at tracking goblins? Don't they smell?
They do indeed.
I guess we could go ourselves, but I think it would be best to get help.
I'm just the one with spells. I don't make these decisions, so.
I should never be in a leadership position, yet here we are, so...
Well, Mirdavar, how about you break the tie? What's your thoughts on?
The only reason I'd like to speak with the rangers is just so that I know we're headed in the right direction. I want to be efficient and quick about this, and not on some wild goblin chase. Other than that, I don't think we'll need their help to dispatch with a handful of goblins. You all seem resourceful enough. But
Okay.
if she says it's off to the northeast, then I'm fine with that.
So do you guys want to find some rangers or not find rangers?
Let's go. Let's just go
I
on our way.
suppose.
Yeah, let's run. Let's head up.
Okay. So you make your way up the caravan train, and you come up to you make your way up to around wagon 57, and you there we go.
There we go.
That was weird. Thank you, Discord.
That was gnarly.
Still need that must have been a server flap there. We'll keep going. I know we've got Lavender here. Let's see if she can type. We've had quite a few technical issues lately.
Oh, yeah.
Fun
Yeah,
stuff.
it's kind of weird.
We'll keep going and hopefully she'll pop back on here. There she comes.
Oh, yay!
Hello. Anyhow, so you make your way back up to around wagon 57, and without a doubt, you see what is quite obvious: two rangers hanging out. You've got a dwarf, and you've also got a human, and they're kind of standing and they're talking to each other, and they're arguing about like tracking and best practices for following trails, and also dealing with like reading the sky and seeing when storms are coming, and they're kind of arguing because the dwarf, he tends to believe that he can listen to the stone and it's going to tell him everything, and the human's more like, you just look, dude. And they're having a fairly heated discussion, but it's not an argument. They're just, they're obviously friends, and they're just going back and forth. So you see those two guys.
Okay. Well, I've got my hood up now, my cloak, pipe lit once again, and I'll just walk right up into their midst. Yes, good evening, gentlemen, good dwarf. As interesting as all of this is, I kind of roll my eyes. I'm interested in. I understand there may be some goblins afoot out there in the woods, and I'd like to know if any of you are aware of where we might find some.
And the dwarf turns to you and goes, well met. Your name is?
Yes, Mirdavar Valerian. Excuse my rudeness.
Mirdavar. My name is Farron Stoneweaver. I know some things about this area. My buddy and I were just having quite the discussion about the weather, how to read it. And the other guy looks, and the human turns. He goes, And I was right because I can look up and see what's happening. Hi, my name is Tobias.
Tobias, pleased to meet you. Mirvadar Valerian. This is Lavender, Torden, and Cole.
Hi, I'm Torden. How's it going?
They just kind of look at you guys, and Tobias goes, "Can we help you?"
Yes, I'm interested in tracking down some goblins that I understand have been raiding in the woods not far from here.
And with that look of acknowledgement, he says, "Yeah, the two of us were just out yesterday, in fact, and we found definite trails. Didn't spot any, but we're pretty confident that about 2.5, 3 miles east northeast of here, there's probably a camp they may have used. I know it's awfully close to here, but I don't know. Things are very strange right now. I don't quite understand why goblins would be this close to Luskin and why we'd be parked up this close. Maybe they think they can raid and they set up a temporary fort. I don't know, but we saw signs. I can basically get you there if you want. It's up to you.
I think if you point the way, we'll be fine, won't we? And I look at my companions.
Yeah, fair enough. And he just kind of like pulls out a little piece of parchment and scribbles down, crude but accurate directions.
Very well.
He says, "Good luck. Killing goblins is always fun."
Very
Thank you so much. This is really helpful.
He just looks up at you and he's like, and just walks away.
I'm going to flip them each a gold piece. Tip my hood as if it were a hat. Bow low. Very well, gentlemen.
And they both give you, they look at you, they look at each other, and they look at you, and they go back into their argument about the weather. And yeah, so you've got directions.
Very nice.
All right, so what way are we going? What does the directions say?
I'll kind of share the parchment with them, and we'll get our bearings and find our way.
So it's pretty crude. There's no like major markers about what would be. There's no like, it's not like you're reading an actual map
Right.
where you'd see some pretty detailed stuff. Like there's a crude drawing of a creek. It kind of runs north to south, and you'd have to go across it. There's one marker where he just draws like a circle and he writes "big rock" next to it. And then it kind of, again, goes like east northeast out of there toward, and there's like a big circle and an X in it where he just reads "last tracks we saw."
Very well. So we'll try to follow the creek until it, goes off to the east northeast near the big rock and do our thing.
Yep. Yeah, you're able to follow it. You get whoever has the best survival, go ahead and roll.
I have a +1.
I have a +1 as well.
In survival?
Yep.
No, I'm super good at survival. I'll do it.
Yay.
Okay then. just kidding.
So
I just wanted you guys to be my friend.
So like Lavender grabs the map. She's like, "I've got this." And she starts walking and following and after like 45 minutes you're not quite sure where you are. But you happen to all look down and see your own tracks. So you've basically walked in a big circle and yeah, you're basically back where you you started, but where you left off when she took the map.
Well, I see we found our way right back to ourselves. Perhaps I should maybe take a swing at this.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, with assist, he'll get advantage with the assist. So
Oh, good. I already
Good assist.
toggled.
yeah, boom. So yeah, you're able to grab it. Like you take the map back politely, but you've got it back, and you're like, let me try this, and you're able to navigate it, and you guys are able to reach the last spot, and yeah, you do see tracks, and it's pretty apparent that there were some goblins here. Like you've all, who's seen goblins before? Who's encountered goblins?
Definitely me.
Jordan would have read about them, but he wouldn't have ever seen them in person.
I'm pretty sure I probably have, given my associations and
Yeah.
the fact that I'm an elf and we hate God. We kind of are in the business of
Yeah.
not liking them.
Same.
Yeah. So the three of you, Cole, Lavender, and Mirdavar, you all are like 100% confident. Like you're like, yeah, definite goblin tracks. And Torden, you're like, I've read about this. This is it.
I know something. I know this.
And you see where he did have them ending at this spot. You do now see more peeling off and continuing back into the trees a little bit.
Is there anything going back in the direction of Luskin or the caravan?
Make another survival check.
Okay, with normal?
Yep,
There we go.
normal at this point. Yeah, you know, to what you can tell, these are, from your previous experience looking at these, these are maybe 2 days old, but they don't go anywhere else. You can't trail them out anywhere else.
It's really hard to tell where they've gone from here.
Like you can see a definite path continuing to the east-northeast, but you cannot see anything going back to Luskin or going back to the caravans.
Yeah. Should we follow this trail then?
Dude, that sounds like a good idea.
Good a start as any.
Very
The
well.
only thing we have, really.
So at this point, you're effectively following their trail, and it's essentially a game trail. It's small. There's some growth up around it, and it's pretty dark, and you've got some pretty good tree cover. It breaks out every once in a while into some open space, and the moon coming down, even though it's a sliver, still offers a little bit of light. The temperature is continuing to drop as you guys head out. It's probably like 11 p.m. at this time, and it's getting cold. Like it's pretty chilly. Your breath is definitely apparent. The ground is starting to freeze, and it's getting that like crunchy feeling under your boots. And yeah, you're making your way out. What's the marching order gonna be?
I've got dark vision. I don't mind being in front.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I don't
I'll,
mind where I am because I also have dark vision.
Yeah, I have dark vision and can also kind of be a human torch, so
Yeah, that's true.
Jordan's definitely in the back, kind of looking down at the ground, making sure he's not losing sight of the party.
Okay. So everybody go ahead and make perception checks.
Wow.
Yeah. So Mirdavar and Lavender being elves, being familiar with the woods, being familiar with goblins, both of you hear very, very faintly the chattering, the guttural like chattering language. It's very subtle and very quiet, but you hear it, and it's continuing up from the east northeast. You're guessing it's maybe like it's fairly quiet out here. It's hard to tell exactly how far it is, but it's maybe 200-300 yards out. It's very subtle and very quiet.
I ask in Elvish, Lavender, do you hear that?
Lavender will listen a little bit and she will say, in Elvish, yes, I do.
I think it's time we take care to be quiet. Perhaps we can sneak up on whatever that is. Maybe that's our quarry.
Okay.
I'll just do the motion to be quiet.
All right. I guess I'll lead us in the direction of those voices, trying my best to be stealthy.
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check. So
Snap.
you're leading the way, and you get like you're coming along pretty good. You're moving along, and maybe 100 yards out from where you started, you're so focused on trying to listen to the chattering and the sound that you don't notice the stick in front of you, and snap, and everything gets quiet. You don't hear anything anymore. And you're all like frozen up. Like you snap it and you freeze. You stop. And you listen. And nothing. It is dead quiet. Everybody else make perception. Everybody make perception checks. Okay.
Thornton has no idea what's going on.
So Cole, you very, very quietly you hear what you think is like shuffling, like moving through underbrush almost, and it's kind of more to the north of you, and it's getting a little bit louder, and then it stops again.
I'm going to just quietly like gesture towards the direction I heard the sound coming from.
Okay.
I'll look in that direction.
All right. So the other three of you are like really staring hard, like trying to focus in, and you're just not seeing or hearing anything. And with that, out of the woods comes a couple of goblins.
Jerks.
So let me switch over to here and fix.
Oh no,
Aw, snap.
goblins! Exactly what we were looking for.
You're goblin, Sam.
Here we go. All right. So these two come out, and they're going to get a little bit of surprise on you guys. So, let's see. Beardavar, you were leading the way.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Does a 19 hit you?
Oh, I'd say so.
Yeah. You take 3 damage from an arrow. So as you're looking, you've stepped, you've paused. Cole, you've thought you've heard it, and then out of the darkness, arrow hits you right in the shoulder.
I'll curse very quietly in Elvish.
And then second one fires at you, and it, as you like turned to like kind of absorb that one a little bit, it breezes right past you. And with that, it is time for initiative.
Everybody click your tokens
Yes, please click your tokens first.
before you roll initiative.
Nice. That never happens. I'm so happy.
Oh, wow. Just fix this a little bit here. There we go. Okie doke. Let me sort this out, and all right. I can't do my fun group initiative, so I just will put them in here with one of theirs. Let me roll a niche out of him. and reorder that, and we'll be good to go. Alrighty. Here we go. Mirdavar, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna firebolt one of the gobos.
The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the left.
Okay.
Used up those rolls.
We do have one divine reroll. Still.
Yes, you do.
That's all right.
All right. So yeah, with that, it just breezes right past it, kind of over this way.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Are these like shrubs and things?
The bigger ones are trees. These are shrubs.
Okay, I'm gonna try to just get behind this tree for some cover,
Okay.
and that will conclude my turn, sir.
Okie doke. Cole.
Alright, I am going to... I can click the right thing. I'm gonna get right up in this guy's business and attack him with my...
I'm sorry. Attack with your what?
It's
Oh,
it's
yep.
pronounced Yikawa,
Yep.
apparently.
Okie doke.
And boom. For 4 piercing.
17 hits. So yeah, you go ahead and you come in. What are you targeting? Any body part or just kind of straight to the
I'm
chest?
targeting his legs to try and like sweep the leg.
Okay, Johnny.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
So yeah, you go in and you catch him for 4.
And then I'm gonna do a bonus action unarmed strike.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah, and you with that, go ahead and describe your kill.
All right, I'm gonna act like I'm going in to jab him with the spear end of my weapon, but then I'm gonna knock him down, and sweep the leg with the staff, and just like karate chop right in a pressure point under his, like in his throat that stops him from breathing.
And boom, you get him right in the throat. Just collapses. All right, is that your turn?
Yep.
Okie doke. So this other goblin, seeing his buddy just be taken out by your sweep the leg Johnny and karate chop, he's going to go ahead and attack you. Does a 16 hit you?
Check. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely hits.
For 4 damage.
Right.
So as you go ahead and you make that karate chop motion and kind of have engaged with him, he takes the opportunity to come in with like a side swipe with his scimitar and catches you right on the arm. All right. Torden.
All right, I'm going to just I'm going to 5-foot step up, and I'm going to try and witch bolt the remaining goblins.
Okay.
Nice.
That'll
Oh yeah.
that'll definitely hit. It just hits. It just vaporizes this thing. It
Oh
just.
my lord, is that the damage?
No, I was this close.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the damage.
Holy shit!
Yeah, go ahead and then
Like, we need a carcass, dude.
roll your damage on
Right.
that one. On the first one. Yeah. Okay, that'll work.
Yeah,
So
5 damage.
it does not get vaporized. All right. But you hit it and it shocks it and it kind of freezes for a second and then it locks back down and it's not feeling very good. All right.
Okay.
Who is that your turn?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. Lavender.
Okie doke. So, Lavender. I can't even see her token. Oh, there it is. I'm not even going to move it. I'm going to hit him with Firebolt.
Okay. Fire away.
I will. Does a 12 get it?
A 12 does not hit.
Oh, too bad.
So as it was getting hit by the witch bolt and kind of frozen, and then as soon as it came out of that, it kind of shrugged a little bit, and as it did that, it was just enough movement that your firebolt misses it. Off into the back, hits a tree behind you, and just explodes on the trunk of a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else with your turn, or is that all you can do?
That is all I'm gonna do.
All right. With that, before we get to you, Mirdavar, you hear and see several more pop up. All right. Having heard their brethren and the ruckus, several more goblins come running in, screeching, out of the woods, coming in to attack. But before they do, it is your turn, Mirdavar.
Okay. I'm going to move first, just to the side of the tree here to give myself cover from the right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to firebolt the guy I just pinged.
Mm-hmm.
This time I'm going to do it with anger so I don't miss.
Okay.
Gosh.
Telling you, you guys used all your good rolls earlier.
Used all my mojo.
So yeah, you go for it, and it just, boom, burns right past it.
Killed another tree.
Yep.
That will... I'm going to stay right there. I want cover from the right side.
Okay. Cole, back to you.
I'm gonna attack this guy that everyone keeps missing.
Okay.
Right?
Oh my god.
Man.
Nope. You swing, and it turned to miss that firebolt, and as it turned, you miss it too.
Well, I'll use my bonus action to unarmed strike then.
Okay. That's
think
gonna
that'll
hit.
hit.
Yes,
That
it
hits,
does.
yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
Cool.
And describe how you want to take this one out.
I just basically grab his head and snap his neck.
Oh, nice. Okay. That guy is Gonzo. So you... and body slumps right in front of you.
And then I'm just gonna move over to where this guy is and end my turn there.
Okay. It is now their turn. So this guy is going to attack you, Cole. Pretty sure that hits
Yep.
for 3 damage.
Okay.
Let's see here. Then this guy's gonna come. He knows you guys are down there, so he's gonna make it to about here. He's gonna hit there. He's gonna come there, and he's also going to attack you, Cole. Pretty sure a 5 does not hit.
No, that's not gonna work.
So he comes in, and in his haste to get to you, he goes to pull his scimitar out because he's trying to be all like flourishy, and he goes to pull it out and attack you, and he catches it on the end of the scabbard and like flings it out, and it doesn't hit you. But he does get a second attack. The second attack will have disadvantage, however.
All right.
So let me roll that one again. Yeah. So same thing. Like after he gets it out, he then like hastily makes another slice at you, and boom, misses you again. So that's the end of his turn. And then this guy is going to come down here, and he is going to fire an arrow at you, Cole. Pretty sure that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Ooh, for 8.
Oh dear. I am hurting bad.
No, no.
And that is their turn. Torden, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna cast Frostbite on the 2 goblins that are over by Cole.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, both
All right,
those
so,
both hit.
all right, so they both must make a con saving throw.
Okay, so the one to the north of Cole. Yeah. Nope. And to the one east of Cole.
Also no.
Wow.
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 All right.
So the one up top takes 6 cold damage.
Okay.
The other one takes 2, and they both have disadvantage on their next weapon attack before the end of the next turn.
Okay. Let me. Sorry, Roll20's being a little finicky right now. Apologies. What is going on with this? Here we go. 6 damage. So the one to the north of Cole is like barely on his feet. And let me just throw a marker up here so I know they have disadvantage. We'll just throw that one up there. All right. Lavender, you are up.
Yep.
What
So-
would you like to do?
Those goblins are dead. Let me hit this goblin right here. Do you see him that I'm pinging?
Mm-hmm.
With a firebolt. Let me roll it. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, 20 hits.
I was just checking. Okay, there we go. 4.
Go ahead and describe your kill.
Just pretty unceremonious. Like, just hit him with a firebolt. He is a sad goblin, so he just like flies back and is on fire.
Okay. All right. Anything else with your turn? Would you like to move?
Yeah, I would move closer to him to get to like start the process of like putting his fire out so we could take him back.
Okay.
I mean, Lavender's over it. She just wants to get this mission over with. It's been going on. She's just like, I don't know how I got here.
All right. And let's see. That brings us back to Mirdavar.
Yeah, so let's see. Mirdavar is going to yet again attempt to firebolt, and I'm going to try to get this guy that's over Cole.
Okay.
So I will step out from the trunk of the tree and firebolt his ass off.
Does
or
not,
not.
Does not hit.
Dang.
So again,
Unbelievable.
errant off to the side.
Okay, I've got moved. These are 5 foot squares.
Yes, they are 5 foot squares.
5, 10, 15, 5. That will end my turn.
Okay. Cole, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna use a key point to bonus action disengage from Goblin Boss. And then I'm going to produce flame and chuck it at him.
Okay.
Shit.
Does not hit.
I'm gonna use our divine reroll if no one minds.
That's fine. Something's got to give here.
That hits.
Alright, and boom.
Right.
6 fire damage to Gabo.
Okie doke. Anything else with your turn?
I'm gonna turn to Lavender and be like, a little help, as I'm like bleeding pretty profusely.
Okay. It is their turn. So this guy down here is going to make his way over to you, Torden, and attack you. Pretty sure that hits
Oh, yeah.
for 3 damage. Alright, this one is going to come up to you, Lavender, and attack you. Does a 16 hit?
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, it does. Oh, wait, 16?
16.
No, it totally doesn't. I have a 17 AC.
There you go. So he goes in and he misses too. This guy's going to come up to you, Mirdavar, and attack you. 23, I'm pretty sure will hit. For
Barely.
for 4 damage.
Okay. Ouch.
All right. And this guy is also going to attack you at disadvantage. Let's see here. So, pretty sure an 8 does not hit you.
Who are you swinging at?
At you.
Me? No, eight does
Mirdavar.
not
No,
hit.
8 does not hit you.
Nope.
So yeah, he comes out, misses. With his second attack. So with that disadvantage, Torden, is it, since he has a multi-attack, it's for his whole action, I believe. It's not for his first attack in Frostbite. I don't believe that's
Okay.
how the spell
Yeah.
works. So his second attack will also be at disadvantage, if I'm thinking about this correctly.
Ouch.
So an 18. Does an 18.
That hits.
Yeah, you were right, according to that first one.
Okay. So yeah, so he'd hit with that. So either way, it's gonna hit.
Are you hitting me or Torden? Because you're breaking up real bad.
No, I'm asking Torden about his spell, but he's hitting you, Mirdavar. So that's 5 slashing damage to you.
It was against you, Ellie.
Okay. That's every other word I'm losing. So that's
Yeah, I was losing them too.
Okay.
Discord's kind of crappy that way.
Okay.
So 5. Ouch, damn.
Give
Okay.
me 1 second here.
I have gaping holes in my beautiful elf body.
Oh, no!
Just give me 1 second, guys. I thought I heard the baby crying,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think so. I was just checking him. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, Torden, you should only have had 1 attack earlier.
Yeah, sorry, I had a note somewhere that it was up to 2 creatures within 5 feet. That was my bad.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so that is their turn. Brings us back to Torden.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
Nope. Anything else, or is that all you got?
That's all I got.
That's all you got. All right. Lavender.
Lavender's turn. This goblin right here.
Okay.
That's like right underneath of her.
Yep.
Oh boy. She would like to have him make a wisdom save.
Okay. What are you gonna cast?
Toll the Dead.
Okay.
And I would like him to beat a 12. He didn't?
No.
Tight. Wonderful.
Good.
Has he been injured already?
No.
Okay. So he will take the damage that is on the left, which doesn't, it's both 4, so he would take 4.
Okay.
And then to my pal Cole, I would like to do a healing word. Where's Cole?
Cole is right on top of you.
Perfect. Okay, you can take 4 back, and that's all anybody got.
That's good for me.
Okie doke. Mirdavar.
Wiley, don't die, okay?
I'm gonna try not to.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna attack with my rapier since I'm in melee, and I'm gonna attack the big baddie right here, right?
Yeah.
And he has sustained some damage.
He has taken damage, correct.
Okay, I gotta get at least one of these guys off of me. I'm probably going down this round, so I'm down without a fight. I'm gonna rapier his face off.
Do it.
Ugh, finally.
That hits.
Hits
Nice.
Good deal. Take 8, you vile goblin.
And as you hit him with your rapier, he winces in agony and puts out quite a shriek. I can't scream right now, otherwise I would.
No need.
He's not looking great.
Okay.
That got a vital organ.
Really. Let's see. I can use cunning action here. I need to get the F out of there. There it is.
You want to disengage?
So
with
I can
your
take
bonus
a
action?
bonus action to disengage. Yeah.
Yep.
So does that give me movement without?
You will
attack of
not. You will
opportunity?
not get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
You can
I'm
back
gonna
out
move.
and then you can disengage and then use your movement.
25. Yeah, because yikes. Okay.
Yeah, and you can do it in such a way that you move out and then. Well, here's the problem. As you
Or is it
move
because
past,
I have 2.
as you move past one of these, you would
Take a different path.
You would, okay. So you come out around this way then, like out this way and around.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right up here.
Yep, you're good up there.
All right.
All right, Cole.
There we go.
All right, now that I'm feeling much better, thanks to lovely Lavender, I'm gonna get right back up in this guy's face and go for the kill shot. And then bonus action to unarmed strike, because I don't think a 12 is gonna hit.
12 does not hit.
Unarmed strike, though. Does a 15 hit?
That does not hit.
15
Oh.
doesn't hit? Nike. Okay, then I'm going to, let's see. You know what? Yeah, let's do flurry of blows then. So I'll do
Okay.
2 unarmed strikes with one of my key points.
Key point.
Boom. That one doesn't hit. Boom. That. God.
Oh.
Okay, so none of the things I did hit. That's
None
fine.
of the things hit.
That's
Phew.
okay.
None of the things.
I guess that's just gonna be the end of my turn then.
Yep.
That was a hell of a distraction earlier, wasn't it?
Oh man, it's always interesting when the dice go one way. They tilt one way early.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, so this guy down here with you, Torden, he's going to attack you. Does a
All right.
15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okie doke.
Oh, I messed up.
Take 3 damage there.
Damn it.
Then this guy here is going to attack you, Lavender.
Messed up.
I'm pretty sure an 8 does not hit. Swing and a miss. This guy is going to see that you have cast, and he's going to attack you also, Lavender. Does a 19 hit? I'm pretty sure 19 hits. Just hits.
It does.
Okay. For 6 damage. And then this guy is going to attack you, Cole.
Bring it on. Nope.
And with his second attack, is
Yep.
it 15 hits? Okay.
Yeah.
For 5.
That's okay. Everything's fine.
All right. And that is their turn. Torden, you are up.
I forgot to ask earlier. What kind of armor are these goblins wearing, if any?
The regular guys have on leather armor, and they're carrying shields. And you get the idea that the big guy is got a chain shirt on.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to shocking grasp the goblin in front of me again.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that hits.
you light him up.
Nice.
E8. Here we go. Come on.
Oh no.
So
Jeez.
okay, so no reactions until the start of his next turn. He takes 1 damage. Okay, got it. One.
Uno.
Does reaction include attack of opportunity if I move away?
It can't take reactions. I don't think that's how attacks of opportunity work.
I think if you move away from someone you're engaged with, they get an attack.
Without
Okay.
using
Of
disengage. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Billy
Alright,
could,
cool. Awesome.
Billy could move away, but no one else can.
Oh, so thank you, Steve. Yes, they are. Reactions are attack of opportunity. So wait.
I'll move away then.
Okay. So yeah, you can do it.
Nice. Sweet.
I'll move over here.
Okay. And Lavender, we are back to you.
Whew. That's fine. I like being surrounded by goblins. This one or this one? Which one has taken damage? The one next to or below?
Below.
I would like him to make me a wisdom save.
Okay.
I like how you say
Okay.
that.
Wonderful. Nothing happens. Carry on.
Okay. All right. And that will end your turn, and we are back to you, Mirdavar.
Okay. I'm gonna move my movement of 30. Wait a minute. What do I want to do? Gonna fire a short bow at Duder right there,
Sure.
and I'm gonna hit. Doggone it. 16 hit that guy.
Just misses.
That's sneak attack ready to go. God, this has been horrible. I've missed 5 of 6 attacks. I'm just gonna stay put.
Okay. Cole.
Spear time to the big baddie. Damn it.
Does not
So-
hit.
Unarmed strike.
What kind of goblins did you make for this, Corey? Are they
Seven,
just pure metal?
17. No, they're normal goblins coming out of roll 20. Except for the boss. So that hits. Your unarmed strike hits.
Yes. 4 damage.
Describe how he goes down.
Alright, I'm just going to roundhouse kick him so hard in the face that his neck snaps.
Man, you're into snapping those necks. So yeah,
It's
you
effective.
catch him like right in the jaw, and it's enough force that it just like pops his neck, separates his neck from his spinal column, his head from his spinal column,
Excellent.
and you just watch him crumble into a pile. Okie doke. Their
And
turn.
I'm just gonna move over here to help.
Okay. So this guy is gonna come down here. Ooh. Zombie. Dropping more. You guys have 2 more divine rerolls.
Oh
Yay.
no! Thank you.
Man, dude.
Thank you.
All right.
P. Noster, they're just normal goblins, but it's evil roll 20 that's getting us.
Yeah, you guys burned all your good rolls at the distraction. Hitting that wall and those trees with naturals. All right, so he's going to attack you, Mirdavar.
Okay.
6. Swing and a miss.
Spit at thee.
Lavender. This guy is going to attack you.
Mm-mm.
No, he's not.
No.
Okay.
I will him to do something else.
I think from previously, 15 doesn't hit you.
It doesn't
Okay.
fit me.
So yeah, you focus really hard, and he will not hit me, and he swings and he misses. And then
nice.
this guy is going to attack you, Cole, having come up from behind. Does a 10 hit?
No, sir.
So the force of Lavender's will, just thinking hard about not being hit, also forces this goblin to turn and swing and miss.
Thank you for treating that like a mechanic other than just a wish.
You guys need a little bit of a break. All right, Torden.
Oh. I want to do something really cool, but I don't want to mess anyone else up because we're all kind of hurting here. I'm just going to roll up. And I will shocking grasp again. Oh, lost Lydia again.
There it all went
Dude,
again.
you have
Does
rolled
a 24
5 or
hit?
6 crits.
Yeah, 24 hits, man.
It's a nat 20, brother.
Yeah, that's natural.
Roll to confirm, I guess.
You said what was it? Constitution?
No, this is shocking grasp. There's no,
okay.
no save.
Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah.
6 damage.
You go ahead. You grab on and you drop him.
Woo!
So he drops in front of you. You just send this arcane force through your hand into him, and it just basically eliminates any life force within him.
You could see like lightning kind of going throughout Torden's eyes after he finishes.
Yeah, nice. All right, so he drops, and that brings us to Lavender.
All right, well, I guess the same one down here that I've tried to in the past. Can he make me a wisdom save?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What?
He has a negative one to wisdom.
He's so not wise. Okay. Has he been injured?
Yes.
Okay. So he'll take... Oh my god, that sucks. He'll take the 4.
Okay. And how do you... Go ahead and describe your kill.
Okay, so he is standing there. He looks at me, and then, like, he kind of looks at me, cocks his head because he hears a bell inside of his head. He kind of squints, and then just falls to the ground.
Okay. Mirdavar.
Okay. I'm going to fire my short bow at this guy.
Okay. Fire away. Definitely hits.
Hey!
Woo!
For 5 damage. Okay.
And I'm going to use my sneak attack for an additional d6. Because I've got 2 of his enemies within 5 feet of him.
Yep.
For an additional point of damage.
Okay.
Yay.
Woo. So he's not feeling so hot. And that brings us to Cole.
It's Yikawa time. Boom.
That hits.
shakalaka.
That hits.
And then
And go ahead and describe
Yeah.
how you break his neck.
well, I'm not gonna break his neck, but I am going to. I am going to just
Bend it
cleanly
really
slice
far.
off his head.
So yeah, as he's kind of standing there hobbling, he's not feeling so good. He got hit with an arrow, and he's not quite paying attention, and whoop, cleaved. And you have killed all of the goblins.
Let's get these
I'm-
carcasses out of here before more come.
I'm gonna go check the big Gabo boss for stuff, though.
Okay. Go ahead and I'll just tell you what you grab out of here. You don't really need to do an investigation check on this.
Alrighty.
So he's got his scimitar, quite obviously. That's what he was attacking you with. He's got a chain shirt and a shield. He also has a javelin and a dagger. And that's it.
Nothing I really want. So I'm just gonna grab the two bodies I'm next to and start dragging them back.
Okay. All right.
Torden grabs the foot of the goblin in front of him and starts dragging him back as well.
Okay. So you've got 3. Anybody else dragging?
Yeah,
I
I've got
will.
a deep strength. I can grab a couple by the ankle and start dragging.
All right. And Lavender, do you grab any?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I think with that you can get... I think you guys can get all of them. Yeah. You guys get all of them. So you pile them all up, grab them, start dragging them back through the woods. You've probably got about a 2.5, 3 mile trek back. And dragging them starts to get a little tiresome. You'll have to take quite a few breaks on the way back. Dragging them through the rocks and the sticks and whatnot. They're not exactly smooth things to drag over. They've got appendages and they get stuck on stuff. Every once in a while you have to like pull one's arm out of a root. The heads are just bouncing off stuff. It's not cool. But you get them back and you show back up at camp and the 4 of you walk out just dragging all these goblins out of the woods. And the couple wagons closest to you kind of look at you and they're like you just get stares like, what the hell just happened? And why are you dragging goblins back in here? As you do that, there's enough chatter that goes up and down that Hogrina comes out. Yes. This is going to make everything better. Well done. Well done.
Torden's like, we told you we'd come in and we got him right here.
As you said, you did, and as I said, I shall pay you. Follow me, bring these bodies. And she like calls out a couple other guys. A couple other people come up and help ease the burden of dragging them out, and they take them back up closer to where her camp is, and she like piles them right up next to her tent. She doesn't really care about the smell or what's going to happen, and everybody's kind of like, ooh, I don't really want those things right up next to me. And she's like, I love the smell of dead goblin. She goes into her tent, comes back out as she did, pays you each your 75 gold. Says, thank you. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
milady.
I may need your services again soon. I know who to call on.
I'll be ready.
And with that, we are finished.
Yay.
Nice, dude.
Yay.
Woo.
That's fun.
So thank you, everybody, for the impromptu, very quick get-togethers. Hope it wasn't too thrown together, or seemed like it was
Yeah,
too
that was
thrown
fun,
together.
dude.
But
No, it was great.
That's awesome.
so let's go around since we've got just a couple of minutes, and something I love doing, Steven does, is asking everybody what their favorite moments were. So Torden, let's go ahead and start with you. Oh, also, if you want to go ahead and explain who you are and where people can find you on the interwebs.
Well, I'm Billy. You can find me on Discord as Who's Upland 224. I'm also at Billy Felon on Twitter. And I just love the fact that we all got together and play together. First time playing with all you guys, minus Corey. So that was a lot of fun. And my favorite moment was probably actually getting a shocking grasp kill. I was having problems with that last session with Torin, so glad that actually worked out. That was a lot of fun.
Cool. Cole, let's jump over to you.
Hey, I'm Shannologic across all the internet. Shannon's just my name. And my favorite part, I loved getting hit with magic missile and burning the whole picture. I thought that was so funny. And I'm just like, Cole would definitely be like, this is amazing, but at the same time, just terrible.
You're welcome.
So that was fun.
Lavender, Lydia, let's drop down to you.
My favorite part of tonight was, I guess I'll say hitting Shannon with that magic missile since she liked it so much. I liked dealing it. That was fun. Tonight was really great. So thank you so much for throwing this all together at the last minute. I'm so glad that you guys convinced me to play. This was so much fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
I did my hair for you, so.
Samesies.
Wiley, your hair looks much better than mine.
And with that, Wiley, your favorite moment and where we can find you.
I was trying to treat Hogrina like a lady, and she wasn't having it, but she didn't know how to deal with it, and I thought that was kind of cool. That was fun tonight. Almost died. That got a little crazy there.
I did not expect that to get so close and hairy at the end.
Neither did I.
Goblins, first and second level, man. Goblins are no picnic, especially when they got a boss with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was fun. So really appreciate Corey putting this together for us and everybody jumping on. So it was good to play. I've never played with Billy before, so that was cool. And I love the Hartford Whalers hat. That is a classic.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a jersey too, or a sweatshirt too. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in and joining us. And the marches shall continue. What shall happen to Hogrina? We will find out. All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.